Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. I pray for you all. God give you a long life and you live always happily there. Please like and share this video and also subscribe my YouTube channel. I have a request to you all. Watch this video till end for supporting me. So let's start today's information. These are some updates on dinar.
Before starting the video, I have to tell you something. Go to google.com and search dinaropinions.com and open this site. Here you can see the latest news, dinar opinions, and dinar guru updates on a single page. So visit this site for more information.
I am hearing a lot of hopeful bond talk for later today. I also have multiple reports that currencies are not paying out yet. Saleh was talking about the floats and he was also talking to us about fixed rates. He's saying no decisions have been made. They talked about the pros and the cons of each one of these options. Then the CBI came out and said in the coming days we will make actions to lower the dollar exchange rate. Can the CBI lower the dollar exchange rate? No. Yes. How? The CBI's job is not to control the dollar. They can't touch a dollar, but the CBI can touch the dinar. If they lifted the value of our currency, wouldn't that bring down the value of the dollar in our country? Let's see if that is the only thing the CBI could do to bring the dollar down is raise the dinar. They say in coming days. What if I told you that the way countries manage their currency can affect your wallet? Sounds interesting, right? Today, we're diving into something the float and what a managed float means for our economy. We'll explore these financial terms and why they matter to each one of us. You ready to understand how these concepts shape our world? Let's jump right in. First, let's break down what we mean by the float. Imagine you're on a seesaw, balancing your weight on each side. That's a lot like how a currency float works. A currency float means that the value of a country's currency changes based on supply and demand. In simple terms, it's like the price of apples going up and down based on how many people want to buy them. Now, what about the managed float? This is where things get a little more interesting. A managed float is when a country's central bank steps in to help control the currency's value. Think of it like a referee in that seesaw game. If one side is getting too heavy, the referee can add a little weight to balance it out. This means that the central bank actively tries to influence the currency's value, but it still allows for some flexibility in how much it can move. Next, let's talk about the mixture of peg and float, which is often called a flexible exchange rate. This system combines elements of both currency pegs, where the value is fixed to another currency, and floats. For example, imagine that instead of a seesaw, you have a spring-loaded toy. It's anchored, but it can still bounce around a bit based on how much pressure you apply. This combination gives countries the ability to stabilize their economy while also allowing for movement based on market conditions. Why is this important? Well, understanding how these systems work can help us understand decisions made by governments and how they affect our daily lives. For instance, if a country is facing economic troubles, it might implement a managed float to stabilize its currency. This can help prevent inflation, making your groceries and gas prices less volatile. But here's the catch, these decisions aren't made lightly. Economies are complex, and the people making these choices think carefully about their impacts. They aim for the most positive outcome, ensuring they're not hurting the overall situation. Think of it like a soccer team working together to score a goal. Each player has a role, and they all work towards the same objective without taking a reckless shot. So, what drives these decisions? One major aspect is the market's reaction. Central banks pay close attention to what's happening in the financial world. They analyze data, trends, and public sentiment. If they notice that the currency is becoming too weak, they might step in to stabilize it. This helps ensure that businesses can operate smoothly and that consumers don't face sudden price hikes. But it's not always about just reacting. These advisors, like Saleh, often predict potential crises and take steps to prepare. For example, if a central bank anticipates that inflation will rise due to international events, it might increase interest rates. Higher interest rates can attract more foreign investment, which can help strengthen the currency. This is a proactive measure that shows the importance of being flexible while managing a currency. Now let's talk about examples of countries that use these systems. Take Australia, for instance. Australia operates with a managed float system. The Reserve Bank often intervenes when they feel the Aussie dollar is misaligned with economic fundamentals. This means they can act like a safety net, ensuring that the currency doesn't fluctuate wildly. On the flip side, we have countries with a strict peg, like Saudi Arabia. Their currency is pegged to the US dollar, which means it doesn't fluctuate much. In this case, the central bank has more control but less flexibility. Understanding these different approaches helps us see why policy choices are made. Are these measures always successful? Not necessarily. There are times when interventions backfire, causing more harm than good. For example, if a government puts too much pressure on the currency, it might lead to a currency crisis. In such situations, it often requires more drastic measures to restore stability. This is why it's crucial for countries to balance their strategies carefully. They can't just lean one way or the other. They need to keep their eyes on the bigger picture while making smart choices every day. If you found this explanation interesting, hit the like button below. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you think currency management affects our economy? Don't forget to share this video with your friends so we can all learn more about how our financial systems work. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.